Welcome everyone to the continuation of our Nomad series, where we're going to try and find out like how is Nomad being played. And what we see right here is that there is a sheep war going on. Basically, Nomad, you're going to start out with three villagers spread out around the map. So we have red right here, who has one, two, and then I believe three villagers out there, and then we have blue over here, who has one, two villagers that are building the TC already right here. And then we have a third villager over here who is stealing the sheep. There were two sheep very close to each other at the start. It was like very doubtful who was going to take both of them, but I think that they split fairly. And the other one is right here right now. And then we have red setting up base right here in the corner. Now, I've had a really rough time trying to find Nomad's games to get a little bit of an idea about like how this Nomad gameplay is being played. Because as you can see right here, Nomad is not the normal gameplay of Age of Empires 2. You're starting out without a TC, without a town center, so you can't just start making villagers. You don't really start with all your villagers together, so you have to figure out where you where everyone is. And one of the things that you also don't start out with is your normal 4 sheep. Although Blue has actually had some ideas, like let me just go walk around the map and try to find some sheep and bring them together. Seems like he's doing that quite well. Look at that. He's already got 5 sheep right here, and he's going to be bringing them right here to the town center. So even though this guy has not really been building all that much, well, he's building a house right now. Look at me. Look at him throwing the shade back on me. But even though he hasn't been building all that much, he is going to be bringing that food to the town center. And right now we see these two guys going in for the boar. So we have a blue right here going in for the food right away. Nothing on wood right now, but he's just want to get started with fill production. Meanwhile, red right here is also going for the boar. And where is Red's other villager? This right here is a sheep. All the villagers are not here, are they? No, there's only 2 villagers out here. Where's Red's other villager? I have not seen them at all. Oh wait, we have 3 right here, and that's number 4. Okay, so they have actually come together, everyone. Let me see if we can see that from their perspective. What their perspective? Yeah, that villager just walked all the way down here, and they all came together. And then blue right here. If we take a look at blue. Yeah, blue just all came together all the way over here. Now, blue will probably have some idea that red's going to be in this area because they ran into each other at the start. Though then again, like, he probably doesn't know entirely because red could be anywhere. Red could have gotten anywhere. Now, one of the things that I find really interesting about Nomad is that it kind of changes up the flow. One of the games that is being played a lot is, of course, Arabia, which is a map that's very similar to this one, which is rather open. You have a lot of trees, but it's not really a map where you can wool around in very easily. You have a little bit of gold, a little bit of stone somewhere. You have some sheep, you have some boars. And it's a map that people really like to play because it's very open, it's not very wallable, so it really comes down to the player's skill. And because of player skill, one of the things that people will play this for is to just see how good they are, and that's also why in ranked matches, it's a very popular map. Now, I really wanted to learn more about Nomad because I've been playing a lot of Arabia. I wanted to learn about Nomad, so I've been trying to find some games that are Nomad games. But oh boy, this has been a really tough find because I can't find barely anyone playing Nomad. I can only search the leaderboards for like players. I can't search like any like replays for maps. So then I'll go over the leaderboards for the players, and all the players just, you know, they play Arabia. It's annoying. Anyway, we have blue right here. Blue and red, I think both of them are Chinese. I can't pronounce their names. I'm sorry, so we'll be going with blue and red. And as we're seeing right here, blue has been off for a pretty decent start. Blue has 11 villagers. Red has 10 villagers, probably because blue got just a little bit earlier started with building their TC. And now they're out here with 4 villagers building a mill. I first thought it was a house. I'm sorry. I thought it was a house. I was like, what are you doing, Blue? Why are you using 4 villagers to build a house? You're not housed that much yet. But no, he was actually out milling, which makes sense. He's going for the hunt. One of the things which is really interesting with Nomad games is that most of the time you want to build your resources very close to your your resource gathering stations very close to the resource, so you don't have to do a lot of walking. As you can see right here, as he's getting the food, the villagers only have to walk that way, and because of that, what you'll see is that over time the villager will not be moving all that much. Although right now this villager has been moving all that much because, you know, it's a Nomad game. However, it seems that in Nomad games, it's not necessarily all that important how far away you are from the resource because, you know, that is the way that it's being played. Sticky Man, how's it going? Robin Hood, Robin Hood, Robin Hood. Well, you will see some Robin Hood out here with these villagers with their bows, who will use their bows to shoot down deer and pigs, but they won't shoot their bows to defend themselves. I don't really get how that's being played. I don't really get how that works, but that's the way it does work. So they'll only use their bows for hunt. They're very peaceful villagers. Even if that means dying, they will only use that to gather food. So yeah, we'll see right here that the villager count has equaled out. It seems like Blue is not that good with keeping his TC idle, or like he's been pretty good with keeping it idle. He's got 27 seconds of idle time, which means that that is one entire villager creation, which I think is 25 seconds for a villager to be created. So, yeah, he's equaled out the score. His advantage that he had at the start from building his CC faster has kind of evened out, but that means that, you know, they're still quite equal at this point in time. Now, let us go and look at Red right here. Red has had the idea to go wool because one of the things that I saw when we started out is like, look at this. This is actually quite woolable. I don't know how Red sees the map right now. But I think that Red has a pretty decent idea of what his surroundings seems like. And if he walls this off, and maybe walls that off as well, we're going to have a pretty decently protected area. Now, he's been looking out for the hunt right here. He's been looking out with a villager because you don't have a scout. So you have to send your working villagers to go walking. And this guy right here has probably been walking quite a bit. Holy hell, this guy's been working for 60% of his life. He's only been like working on wood for like 36%, and then for 60% of his life, he's just been walking and walking and walking and walking. So there he goes. He gets the boar. One of the things that's actually quite interesting, which I just want to get back to, which I am really not good at yet. I've never actually tried this, but I just wanted to take a look at this. Is as you can see right here, he just started building a palisade wall right here. Why did he do that? It's to stop the boar from attacking the villager, which actually had some pretty decent health, but that's quick walling. That's what they call it, apparently. I guess. I'm getting more and more used to the terminology of this game, but yeah, I'm still pretty new. That's why I'm trying to learn, and that's what I'm using these matches for, to try and learn. Now, if we go up here to Blue right here, we see that Blue has also been scouting a little bit around. He's actually had quite a decent view of his area right here. I don't know if you can see how much of the map we can see, like how much he has explored. I think that if we go to... There should be a statistics button. There should be a way to see statistics right here. So if we go to economy, we can see, I think that this right here is production technology. This right here is exploration. Oh, wow. Blue is really leading the way with 33% explored, 10% more explored of the map than Red, which is probably going to help him in the long run, just to have an idea as to where Red is. And he's probably going to find Red here soon with his sheep, because there's not much places that Red could otherwise be. That said, though, this right here is a little bit different than the Nomad game we looked at last week. Last week we looked at a regular Nomad game where you have like this land in the middle and you have a little bit of water on the outside. But this time you see there is, if we zoom here, if we zoom up here very closely to these sheep right here, who haven't been claimed yet, who are just standing out here in peace until one of the players either finds them and kills them, or they just leave them alone. They just stand here, and one thing that we find is that we're here in the corner and there is no water. There is no water to be found. Why is this? Well, that's because, as you can see right here, this map is called Land Nomad. I was actually not able to find an actual Nomad match. I'll actually lie to you. I'm so sorry about that. But this was the only Nomad match that I could find. There was no Nomad game to be found anywhere. And it's unfortunate, but this was Land Nomad. So the difference right here is that you can't build a harbor to actually have your fish go out to find some food, or your fishing boats to go out to find some food. And because of that, you're going to have this different play style where... last week we saw Daniela use 3 villagers on wood right away to go start building some boats, and then go on the board. And these players, both Red and Blue, have been going on their like, oh wow, hold on, they've been going on their food straight away. But I think that we just saw a massive mistake happen here. Oh my god. All right, let us go back. Let us go back. Let us go back. So remember how I just said that, Red has been doing some pretty advanced tactics, doing quick walling to protect his villager? Well, that's something that Blue can learn about. Because let's say this. Let's watch this in action. Blue is going after the boar, which is already going after the boar with a very weak villager. What was this villager doing beforehand? Oh no. Oh no. Blue was probably looking somewhere else, because he sent his villager to go after the boar. And then he didn't realize that the boar was attacking. And I don't think the boar actually has the attack sound. So he realized kind of too late that the villager was being in danger. And then the villager died. And now the archerman is coming out to go and get the boar. But no! He's doing the same thing! No! Is this boar gonna get... No! This boar is not gonna get 2 kills, is it? Come on. I'm kind of rooting for the boar here. Oh my god, that is wild. No way. Oh, he almost got him. Oh, that was so freaking close. That was so close. Did you see that? I want to see that back one more time. Let's just go back real quickly. That right there. Oh my god, that got so close. That got so close. That archer is on 2 health. That is wild. That is absolutely wild. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Wow. I have to say, I'm sorry, Blue. I'm kind of laughing at you a little bit. I don't think I have the right to, because this has happened to me also a couple times, but it's still funny to see. In the meantime, what we've seen is that both these players have actually advanced to feudal age, which I don't know exactly when that happened. I was not really paying attention. Let me see though. They are at about like 27 pop each. They have. I think Blue has a lot more military walking around, which is really interesting. I think that what we're seeing right here is that they're going up around the same time probably as Daniela was last time, where they went up at around 23 villagers. But one thing that's so much more interesting with this normal Nomad game, or like not the normal Nomad, the Latin Nomad, is that this looks so much more akin to the Arabia style games, where you start walling up. Oh my god, the town bell has been rung! Why did Blue ring the town bell? Is it because he wanted to announce that he's going to Castle Age? That's a very creative way of ringing the town bell. But yeah, one of the reasons, one of the things that we saw last time is that both players were just not walling up at all. They were not really making military. They were not really focusing on doing anything but just go up to Castle Age as fast as possible and then start building castles. But yeah, of course, these guys aren't playing the Spanish. They're playing the Ethiopians and the Saracens, which means we have differences playing against each other. So that means different bonuses could be at play. And yeah, this is really, really, this is wild. It's crazy to see how much difference just the lack of water makes. This feels so much more like a standard Arabia game. And yeah, in the meantime, Blue is up faster to Castle Age than Red is, which I wasn't expecting given how they both play. Because Blue has been playing a bit sloppy. A bit sloppy. Let's put it that way. Though then again, we haven't been looking at Red, and maybe Red has also gotten one of the villagers killed. Doesn't look like it. Red has collected more resources. Yeah, well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see how Red is gonna do. We're gonna focus on Red a little bit. I can't find any standings of these guys. I think that Red right here is a standing of like 1153 in a certain type of game mode. But I couldn't find anything more. And then Blue, I have no idea. So just put 1100 there. They're probably gonna be similar to each other, and if not, we'll see. No, we're gonna see Blue on the offensive right here. Let's see what Blue can see. If Blue can see this happening right here. All right. There we go. The first battle of the match has begun. The spearmen fighting it out. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? We're gonna find out. Okay, they disengage. But is that a good idea? Because now the spearman is going for the villager here. I don't think... Or is it a spearman or is it a pikeman? It's a pikeman. I'm so bad with names sometimes still. But yeah, normally I don't really think that you see two pikemen come out to be an offensive villager. But we'll see. We have a castle age come in, and there we go. We have a castle drop on this hill, which I actually quite like. This is a very good defensive castle because what we see right here is you have a little bit of a hill, and the hills in this game provide you with extra damage. You have, I think, about a 25% damage bonus if you're on top of the hill to people below the hill, and people below the hill firing at you have a 25% damage reduction. So it can be very beneficial to put something on a hill like a castle, which is going to fire a lot of arrows down. Now we're going to see the actual spearmen. Or skirmishers. I think both of them have some sort of spear, right? Only the one throws them and the other one doesn't, right? Come on, man. Like, what's the difference between a spear that you throw and a spear that you hold? I feel you can call them both the same. But anyway, this guy gets away. But yeah, now the castle is right here. It's protecting this area. And we're going to see what Blue is going to do. Because Blue has actually figured out right here with his archers that Red is here. And Blue is really going on the offensive right here. We have the weak archer right here. He's still here. He is still alive. And he is still ready to go to war. Even though he has... he's seen a big battle with the boar right here. But he's going through. He's burst through the gate. And it's really interesting that we have about 7 archers right here, and we have 2 skirmishers. And skirmishers are actually quite good against archers. They counter archers. But Red just hasn't kept up the production right now, so he's going to lose those the skirmishers. And yeah, now he is with only 3 army, where there's 2 skirmishers here, which red may have forgotten about. And then we have blue just rolling around the base with his archers, which is wild. Look at that. There's a house wall that's quite cleverly placed. There's villagers inside the TC. 15 villagers! Look at how busy that is. Luckily, he sent them all out, because otherwise, you know, he would have not had very many active villagers like these guys right here who just don't feel like working at all. They're just like, well, you know, we've had enough of excitement for today. I don't really like working in stress time, but they've just been put back to work. And what we see right now is that blue has actually overtaken red in both score and in resources collected. And I think he's killed 2. Let's see. Oh no, he's only killed military. There've been no villager deaths. Right here though, we see a TC that some people like to make. Oh my god, it's the entire village coming out to build the TC. That's an interesting spot to build a TC. I can see that you want to maybe place it in the safety of your castle. But then again, it might also be a good idea to place it out here that you can get a little bit of the stone, cover off this area right here that he can't really go for this gap. Because I don't know where the blue has really scouted that yet. If we go right here, we'll see that blue has scouted that, but I don't know if blue is really eager to go for there. You would block that off. But hey, you know, I can also see that he wants to stay in safety. In the meantime, we see that blue doesn't like safety. He's like, let me just go out here and let me have a good old time right here. Between the stone and the wood, build a little enclave, and then build my castle right in front of my base to kind of protect this area right here. And then he's also probably going to go after the relics. He's building a monk right now. I don't know where the relics necessarily are. They're going to be somewhere along this map. I think I saw one recently, but yeah. Right. Oh, yeah, there's one. I don't know if I can click all of them, but there's one over here. And then, wait, resources on the map? It shows how many resources on the map, but it doesn't show how many relics are on the map, so, oh, well, we're just gonna have to see whether blue can catch them all. And there we go, blue is doing my strat. Blue is doing my freaking strat, which I often try, and I always am really good at with the easy AI, but then fail to do anything with anything harder. I tried to lock off the entirety of the map, because what good is it like to wall only this area if you can also wall this to that, and then back in the day I would also try to do that and then that, because I felt like, you know, if I want to make a wall for there, why not make a wall there and then make a wall there? But yeah, we're gonna see how well he does. Red so far has not really seemed to be too inclined to go and do anything on the offensive. He's just happily booming away, although you could say happily booming away because he's not really making more than 2 TCs. We have about 46 villagers here. Let's see, the idle TCs time, they're kind of both equal. Red is kind of leaving things to go right here, but they're both around 4 minutes at this point in time. And Red is probably investing more into archers. What does he have right here? What does he have in here? He has a Mangonel right here. Okay, interesting. Probably to go out on the defense if the archers come by again. Because skirmishers are not really that much of an offensive unit, but maybe he has some idea of what he wants to do. Meanwhile, blue seems to be scouting. He has Shotel warriors. Oh, he's started to use his castle right here as a production. That is wild. Oh, he is really ready to go on defensive. So he's out here. This unit right here is out here on a mission. He's out here on a mission to find a weak spot in the enemy's base. They know that the enemy has a base right here, but what if the enemy hasn't been smart, and hasn't been smart like your people who have walled off every single corner of the map? Maybe we can exploit that. Or maybe not. Maybe he wants to take revenge on the boar that's almost killed his archer. No. He's still on his mission. And he is going to return back home, it seems. Well, he didn't learn all that much, but then again, he also didn't get killed. In the meantime, he did find a sheep, which is standing around here. And there is the archer mass coming in. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I think the battle is about to begin. I want to see if Red can see this. Red can see this. Oh, hold on. Did Red actually spot that right away? Or did Red feel like going out? Let's see. Red could not see anything here. I think Red felt like going out, and then all of a sudden saw the archer mass here, and I was like, oh wait, I'm actually prepared to take this on. I countered this! So yeah, now these guys have to catch up as fast as they can before the archers come in here and try and attack the villagers. See, if there would have been a TC here, they could have gone to safety and they would have been fine. Then again, the archers don't really seem to be firing right here. It seems blue kind of wants to get away, and that was a lucky villager that got away right there. So yeah, this battle is going on right here. It's really interesting to see how different this plays from like normal Nomad. I was kind of hoping I could learn something about this, but yeah, we can't. I can't really learn all that much from regular Nomad. Now, one thing I'm curious about, does Red know? Does Red know that this goes around? He doesn't, but I think he will have an idea. If he's smart, he can send this guy forward here and then try and like close up the gap. But look at that, we found another relic. There's at least 2 relics on this map. I just learned about that. And yeah, let us go and keep saying, where did the Mangonel go? Oh, it's right here. It's right here. Blue did a little loop-de-loop, and these archers are probably going to go back home. They're hungry. They've done a little stroll. They've done their little thing, and they're ready to go back home again. And Red is like, well, maybe he wants to attack again, but it doesn't seem like Blue is interested in attacking. This shows the warrior right here is just standing around. He didn't feel like going back home, but he also didn't do much else. Oh my god, the battle has just begun, and the game is over. Why is the game over? What happened here? Oh my, what happened here? Did the game just end? This doesn't feel like, for any player, like an endable scenario. Like, obviously, I do feel that Blue is ahead, but scorely, not that much. And also, like, this is a very, very balanced game. This does not feel to me like it was the moment for anyone to resign, unless they had to go somewhere. Sometimes that happens. Let me actually see. If I go to, if I go right here, maybe I can find the match again underneath here. I can't find a match there. If I go to the previous player, right here, can I find a match? I cannot find a match. Look, it's all Arabia and everything. So, I don't know if any of these players were signed. There's no GG in here that would normally indicate, you know, like someone resigning. It might also be because I was spectating this match and then maybe I quit out or something. That's the way I found it. I just went to like ongoing match, found a Nomad game. I was like, well, let me spectate this and hopefully I will have the entirety of the match later on. But, well, that is an unfortunate ending. It's been a really weird game. I don't know what would happen next. I feel like Blue will be winning, or at least has the advantage. Even though he hasn't killed any eco of Red, I feel Blue has so far been pretty good in countering the skirmishers, which normally should counter the archers. Though right now I was expecting Blue to actually finish this off because he has 12 archers on 4 skirmishers, and that should do the trick, because Red didn't really seem all that aggressive with them. He just kind of sent them around. And then right here, we have some Red units. We have right here, I think we still had 10 Shoto warriors in here. No, they're not. They're not here. Where have they gone? I thought he had 10 Shoto warriors somewhere around here. I have no idea. They're somewhere around on this map. That's a sheep. Are they protecting here somewhere? Are they doing something? I have no idea. They've gone. They've up and gone, and Blue has actually collected 1 relic, which is good. We already figured there was 1 relic on the map, and yeah, that is it. That is a very unfortunate match. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, that's it. Wow, that is very inconclusive. I'm sorry to give you this. I thought this would be more fun.